Okay. Yeah, is that Mr. Lamb in the plaid shirt? Looks like you're ready. Please go ahead.
Yes, good afternoon. I am Mayor Aron Lam of Keensburg. I strongly believe this attempt to pass an assault weapons ban is anti-feminist, classist, racist, and wildly unconstitutional. According to Colorado Attorney General's office in 2021, 88% of domestic violence victims were women and 90% of the perpetrators were men. Many domestic abuse survivors that have been fortunate enough to escape these relationships continue to face threats of violence from their abuser and live in constant fear daily. I understand that many of these survivors rest easier knowing that they have a way to protect themselves from someone who seeks to assault and abuse them. These survivors understand that the average police response time in Denver has increased to 14 minutes for high priority calls and 34 minutes for low priority calls. And many are aware of the precedent-setting case of Castle Rock versus Gonzalez, in which the Supreme Court of the United States ruled that the police have no duty to protect any individual in the community, even if they have a restraining order in place. This puts the onus of responsibility of self-defense on domestic abuse survivors. And I find it egregious that you are so careless with your disregard for the safety of these people. Additionally, this bill is classist and racist, as it still allows wealthy individuals to do everything this bill bans. A very wealthy individual would consider the civil penalty in this bill to be nominal. However, for lower and middle class individuals, $1,000 is a lot, and $5,000 is insane. And on top of the cost of the firearm itself, this cost barrier by design serves to deter lower and middle class individuals from possessing firearms and should not be supported. Additionally, the enforcement is likely to be higher among low-income communities due to the increased police presence alone. Finally, I do view this bill to be wildly unconstitutional, given the Second Amendment to the U.S. Constitution. Each and every one of you swore an oath to uphold the Colorado Constitution and the U.S. Constitution, and I strongly believe that if you support this bill, you do not support domestic abuse survivors, the poor, or the constitutional rights of every citizen of Colorado. I strongly urge this committee to indefinitely table this bill, and I anticipate costly lawsuits if this bill passes. Thank you for your time.
All right, thank you for testifying. Mr. Stevens, did Mr. Sharp follow